my ride was gone. Fresita's boned the fuck out, left me there. My ride was gone, and then next thing you know, this truck, I don't know who the fuck it was at the time, pulls up, reverse, and there's this white boy, and he fucking says, get in the car, get the truck. Excuse me, fuck that one up. Jump in the back, right? So fuck it, I jump in the back, and I'm in the back of the truck. He takes off. Finally, when we're in a safe area, right? He stops. I jump out the back of the truck. I hop in the fucking cab of the truck, and he introduces himself as Jason Dixon.
Westside VIA, it's him. KKKAMPOLEROSURENO, it's him. SURENO, feel me? Thoughts definitely icy scarred, memories blinding, nightmare drowning. You have to be me to understand me. Understand reality, confident, real GMOUSC. I live my life every day is my last. Get turned up, take a blast blind. You'd have to be me to understand me. Really, you feel me, but what means most to me are my 4 heartbeats. Gabriel, Jonathan, Isaiah, and my baby girl Bree. My
radio tonight is definitely a late night. West, almost how's everybody doing? I'm just driving to the store real quick. It's I got the day off. I was thinking about a story. I need to give you guys a story. So here I go. All right. Carlos, when I was in high school, was a friend of mine. They called him Fresitas. Now this is a trippy story. You guys gonna trip on this one. It's got a weird little twist to it. All right. Okay, Carlos Fresitas. When I met him, he said he was from Pacoima. But, and not to get this mixed up with, I got another homie Carlos from Pacoima. Not him. You don't know who he is, but not him. All right. This is Fresitas. Well, Fresitas. Later on, some other cats. He introduced himself as Carlos from 18th Street, right? Well, we go to so I don't know where the fuck this guy's from, right? He's from 18th Street, from Pacoima. He's the fuck out of me. So we go to a party, right? When we go to this party, we split up. We go our separate ways, right? And there's these dudes that come up to me, and they're like, "Hey, Holmes, where you from?" They say. So I tell them I'm from all that shit, right? After that, they order, they go, "Hey, you know that vato that you showed up with? Oh, Carlos? Yeah, Fresitas? Whatever. Where's that vato from, man?" And I was like, I'm gonna introduce you to the other Carlos right now. What else is it? But trip out. So I'm just going to the store, that's it. But anyways, trip out. So I'm off today, see what's happening with the homie over here. Ironically, this is the other Carlos from Pacoima, but this isn't the Carlos that I'm talking about. But this story is not even about Carlos, it's about someone else. So, he just, what the fuck? I just seen this fool right here. And that's funny. Small world. Oh, that's him. Trip out. I'm gonna have to put the story on pause right now because the homies. Where the fuck is he going at? I'm gonna chase this cat. Let's see what this fool's doing. Let's see. Let's go chase him. See what the fuck he's doing. Watch. Oh, so I'll tell you the story now. Is that Carlos? Oh, I don't know if that's him. Oh, that's somebody else. My bad. I'm stupid. That's funny. He's got the same fucking car though. Anyways, back to the story. So this is what happened. So we're at the that's funny. We're at the fucking party, right? And these fools come up and they're like, They're like, where's that vato from? They're like, oh, who, Carlos? They're like, yeah. And I said, I don't know, man. He's either from Pacoima or 18th Street. I'm not sure, because he claims them both, but I don't care. He's cool people, whatever. You know, and then they're like, orale, gracias. And then when they go to walk away, they walk, and then they call the couple other cats, right? They're like, come on, come on. And so now they're a bigger group. And they walk up to him, and I'm sitting watching, and they walk right up to Carlos Fasitas, and they start fucking lighting that fool up, right? And like, oh shit, so I go to run over there to back this fool up, and then a couple other fools, they stop me, and they say, hey, let that shit go, Holmes, because that shit's like, that is personal. That's his homeboy, that's our homeboy. And so I'm like, what? Well, after that, it turns out that he's from Boys from the Hood. There's a hood called Boys from the Hood. Befete Ache Ganga. You know? What the fuck? Anyways, and so after they're done whooping his ass, I don't know if they, oh shit, what the fuck? You gotta check that out. I don't know if they jumped him out or if they just jumped him like a talent, you know, a check. Because, and then this fool comes back to me and he's like, hey fool, what'd you tell them fools? And I said, they asked me where you're from, and I told him, I don't know. I said, I don't know if you're from 18th Street or from Pacoima. He's like, fool, I'm from Boy from the Hood. But you never told me that. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to know? Fucking barrio hopper, what the fuck's wrong with you? So he's like, fuck, man. Well, so then all of a sudden there was gunshots. Pop, 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 pop. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I went this way, he went that way. Everybody took off running and shit, and there was fighting and gunshots. And it has nothing to do with that, right? I jump out a window or some shit. I don't fucking remember. But I know I did something dramatic, right? Well, what happened was, my ride was gone. Fresitas boned the fuck out, left me there. My ride was gone. And then next thing you know, this truck, I don't know who the fuck it was at the time, pulls up, reverse, and there's this white boy, and he fucking says, get in the car, get the truck, or excuse me, fuck that one up. Jump in the back, right? So fuck it, I jump in the back, and I'm in the back of the truck, he takes off. Finally, when we're in a safe area, right, he stops, I jump out the back of the truck, I hop in the fucking cab of the truck, and he introduces himself as Jason Dixon. White boy. I don't even know what he's doing at this fucking party. It was like a homie party, but whatever. It doesn't matter. So, what ends up happening is yeah, my bad. What the fuck? Hold on. I'm not gonna answer it. You know, I'm doing the video. So, shit. I'm not gonna answer it. So what ends up happening is, why does that always happen? I don't know. Hold on a second. Pause. Alright, my bad. Yeah, that's my girl. She's calling right now. Jason Dixon. So this is what happened. What happened was, so this white boy introduces himself to me, and it's fucking like, he's cool people, whatever. Well, back in the day, I was living out of town. I was living in Palmdale, still LA County, but see, okay, my dad, he had moved from El Monte, yes, he had moved from El Monte to get out the hood to Palmdale. And my mom, she still lived down in Venice, so I go back and forth. I was always in trouble. Well, at the time, I was in Palmdale. Well, but I have to get to the hood, you know what I mean? You know, it's mandatory, bando. So I have to always be in the hood. So I'd find any means possible to get down to the hood. And I would take G-rides. I was always doing G-rides. My homie Wito, he taught me how to fucking, you know, jack cars, fucking, you know, screwdriver to fucking break the steering wheel, fucking, whatever the fuck it's called. Pop the shit out the side, break the fucking lock, and we were gone. You know what I mean? Regals, Camaros, whatever, General Motors, stereos, fucking back. We used to jack the pullouts, you know what I mean, with the boxes back in the day, you know, all that shit. Well, anyways, back to the story. So I would take G rides. I'll get random girls. Because I used to be handsome back in the day. So I get these random girls would be like, they're on me and shit. And I'd be like, hey, take me to the hood. But they didn't like going to the hood. They take me to the hood. They get scared because the hood, I guess, is different. You know what I mean? And they didn't like going down there. So, doesn't matter. Anyways, so I started kicking in with this white boy, Jason Dixon. And he was cool people, right? Well, and I had this fool doing everything, man. We were doing fucking armed robberies, man. Just like, I took him on his first armed robberies. Fucking straight jacks, fucking burglary, fucking, you name it, we did it. You know what I mean? It was like a job to us. That's crazy, right? No, I'm not drinking and driving. I'm parked right here in front of the place where I live at. So, what they did was, what the fuck I say that for? I was fucking out of it. Apologies. Back to the story. I get distracted easy. I got that ADD shit going on. Anyway, so what happened was, there's like fucking sirens everywhere and shit. So, I taught him all that shit. I taught him a lot of shit. Well, I used to, one time, like, I brought him to the hood. I said, hey, you want to take me to the hood? Because that fool was legit with the license and everything. So I went to the hood. He was like, all right. They took me to the hood and he fucking loved it, man. Because it was turned up back then. This back in my hood, it was in Hollywood. We're out of Venice, but we're in Hollywood too. So shit, we're in Atlanta, Georgia, whatever. So anyways, we're in Hollywood, Sunset and Gordon, and it was jumping back there. It was live. That's back when the cruising and all that shit was in. You know, back in those days, cruising Whittier, cruising Hollywood, cruising San Fernando. You know what I mean? It was popping. It was live, and he loved it. He loved the attention he was getting because all the homies and the girls were like, oh, this white boy. They call him Vanilla Ice and shit because he looked just like a doom 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 doom. And fools clown with me like that, but I don't look nothing like Vanilla Ice. This fool like for real, look like Vanilla Ice. I should post a picture because I think I might. Maybe with this video, maybe not. I don't know. But he looked just like Vanilla, right? So anyway, he took me down there. He loved it. He never got jumped in the hood, but he used to come all the time, right? He would take me. Well, one day we were driving in Inglewood, and there was 5 of us. It was me, it was Blanco, it was Vanilla, it was Woody, he just got out of YA, and I forget, I think Cartoon or someone. I'm not sure who the 5th man was, but we're rolling and crashing. It pulls us over for no fucking reason. Just criminal resources against street hoodlums. That was a little gang unit they had back then, right? And they pull us over, pull us out the car, put us in the backseat, started searching. They found straps, of course, and we were strapped up, and that was it. They took us all to jail. This fool started panicking, man. He scared straight, as you could say. He was scared straight like a motherfucker because he I don't know, man. He just, jail's not for everybody. That's one thing. This fool was crazy. He used to do crazy shit though. He was with the homegirls one time. He jumped out and the homie was inside the store. He came out. This fool was swinging a knife at some fools. You know what I mean? That were enemies. Like trying to they're disrespecting the homegirls and shit. And but when it came to going to jail, it just wasn't for him. You know what I mean? And we were only in the holding tank, you know. So that was the crazy part. Was that fool started panicking in there. It was not for him. Well, and I guess there's a point to all this. So it's not for him. And what's up, brother? And next thing you know, they what they do is they release the homies like on their own recognizance. They released the 2 older ones because we were underage technically, 17 or something. Yeah, 17. And they didn't release Woody. Woody had to go back to YA though. They gave him like a 90-day fucking whatever because he's just around guns and he just got out of YA. And a violation. And then they released him to his dad. And me, they tried to call my parents, but my mom and my dad both said keep his ass. But my grandma came and picked me up. So anyways, they ended up dropping that case. The reason they dropped it was because it's weird, it's crazy. I never heard of a judge being on our side, but Inglewood Court, it's different. I don't know. They had one fucking judge there that was fucked up. What was his name? Fucking Payne or some shit. I don't fucking remember his name. Or Judge Dorn. That's what it was. Yeah, that fool was fucked up. But that's not who it was. It was someone else. And the guy, he actually asked, he was like, asked the cops, why'd you pull these guys over? And they said, well, because they had, they were gang members on their way to a drive-by. And he's like, well, how did you know they're on their way to a drive-by? And they said, because they just were. Obviously, they had guns in the car, but that doesn't mean they're on their way to a drive-by. And they're like, so why'd you pull them over? Did they do a traffic infraction or something? Did they do something wrong? And they're like, no, well, they were on their way to a drive-by. Well, how did you know? You know what I mean? And then he's like, well, there are fucking 5 gang members in a car. And he's like, well, I don't understand, like, but what did they do wrong? Well, they were wearing, how do you know they were gang members? Well, they were wearing hairnets and ball heads and a couple ball heads, a couple hairnets and white t-shirts. So that makes them a gang member automatically. So they needless to say that the judge, he dismissed the case. He dropped it. Boom. Case dismissed. It's over. Like fucking done. Right? So that was that. So after that, you know, everything went back to normal. Well, Vanilla, that fool was scared straight. He didn't like being in jail, and he called me up one day. He's like, dude, fuck this jail shit, fuck that. He's like, let's go to the Marines. And I was like, because he became like one of my best friends at the time, you know, and besides my homeboys, you know, and I was like, I don't know, you know, because Marines and shit, whatever. But he's like, just do it. I said, well, I'm underage. And he's like, nah, I talked to them. They'll let us in with their parents' signature, whatever. This is back then. And it's good, you know what I mean? We could get our GEDs and go. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. But I didn't do it. I ended up getting busted. I went to camp for a year. And then after that, I got out, went to prison from 18 to 25. Never seen him again. This fool did it. He went to the Marines. Last time I heard from him. That was it, right? Well, I heard through the grapevine, because you know, people know people, that he became a cop in San Diego. Well, one day I was at home, and I was years later, and I'm watching the news, and it was breaking news. What had happened was he did become a cop. Well, I guess what happened was there's this dude named Jason Dixon, and it was him. He ended up, I bit my tongue. He ended up moving to San Diego. He became a cop, and after he got out the Marines, he became a cop. And then what he did was, I guess he picked up a domestic violence or something. He smacked his lady or something, or he beat her ass. I don't know what he did to her, because nowadays it could be anything. You know what I mean? Domestic violence is for like blinking wrong. You know what I mean? Oh my God, he blinked at me. But then again, there's some foul shit that happens as well. So something happened, and he picked up a domestic. When he picked up domestic, they had put him on suspension without pay at his job, and he was about to have a baby. He was broke. He wasn't getting paid. He didn't know what to do. What did he do? He ended up going back to his old days. What did he know how to do? Rob. This fool grabbed a gun, went to a bank, and he robbed the fucking bank. You believe that shit? That's like my fault, I guess, because I taught him how to rob. Well, he robbed the bank, and he didn't get away with it when he was leaving, whatever. His own fellow PD cops, whatever, in San Diego, whatever, whoever he worked for, sheriff, I don't know. I think he was a PD, but I'm not sure. They surrounded him, and when they surrounded him, they were like, Dixon, like cut out, like get out the car, whatever, whatever the fuck you would say. And he was in there, and I guess he was like just crying and shit, like I don't want to go to jail, I don't want to go to jail. And he said, fuck it. And he knew that jail wasn't a place for him. And he got out, and they're like, no, don't do it. And he fucking drew on him. Boom. He drew on his fellow officers, that like his brothers and whatever the fuck they would be called each other, you know what I mean? And he fucking drew on them and shit. When he drew on them, they fucking lit him up. Just beep, 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 killed his ass. And rest in peace. And then when they went and they got him, they found the gun was empty. Yup. The gun was empty. Fucking, that was a suicide by cop or whatever. He knew the protocol of the police officers. He knew everything, how the whole get down. And he just knew that he wasn't going to be able to go to jail. And so when he did his crime, committed his crime, when he did get away with it, he said, fuck it. And he wasn't trying to hurt anybody because he's never been violent, you know what I mean? And yeah, he pulled a fucking strap on him with no bullets, knowing that they were gonna kill him, and they killed him. And that's it. That's what happened. Jason Dixon, that we call him Vanilla. That was my boy back then in the day, though. He was cool. Hopefully he's resting in peace. You know what I mean? And but that's the story for the day. I'm gonna call it a day. Anyways, you know. Hey, I think I'll throw a song on this one. I got another one, But radio tonight is definitely a late night. Dale, ga.